World YouTube username Polita1019 from Troy, Michigan says, Dear Dan, on Monday the world pop reached 7 billion. What are your thoughts on this? Are we overpopulated? Do we even have enough resources to sustain this kind of population? And where will we be by 2050 and at the end of our lifetime? When you look at a graph of the world's population over the last couple hundred years, it's easy to become concerned. It's like nothing really happening, and then all of a sudden, holy shit, where did all these people come from? I mean, needless to say, if the human population continues to grow like this, we're screwed. But the United Nations says that that is not what's going to happen. They say that instead of this, we're instead going to see something like this. See that? So unless the UN is keeping secrets from us, unless they know something that we don't and we're all actually going to die, this is what's going to happen and not this, and they're just trying to tell us lies so that we don't panic. Unless that's happening, I don't think we have anything to really worry about population-wise. And I can say with 99.99 repeating percent confidence that they are not lying to us because the data fully backs up their position. I have put a link below to a talk by a guy named Hans Rosling who visualizes world population data absolutely beautifully. After watching his talk, it all just makes so much more sense to me. But in a nutshell, in case you don't have 10 minutes to go watch his talk, all of the reasons for the world's explosive population growth over the past couple of centuries are stabilizing, whether it's a lack of birth control, extreme poverty, people just having enormous families. At or around the year 2050, if all trends continue going in more or less the same way that they are currently going, we should have a stable global population of somewhere between 9 and 10 billion people. At that point, experts don't unanimously agree on what will happen. Some say that the population might start declining slightly. Some say that it'll stay about the same with one birth per death. But the bottom line with all of this is that the people who really know what they're talking about with all this don't seem to be worried, so I'm not too worried about it. That there are 7 billion people on Earth is not a good thing. It's not a bad thing. It's just kind of a thing. It's just a fact. We're not paying attention to this population milestone because it needs to serve as some call to action or because it represents any imminent threat to our well-being. We're just paying attention to it because it serves as a nice, gentle reminder that there are a lot of people on this planet. So don't panic. This isn't a bad thing. Or I mean, I guess the worst thing about it anyway is that it just means that your parents didn't love you as much as you may have thought that they did when you were growing up, because every time they told you that you're 1 in a million, that was not a compliment. That was an underhanded insult, because if there are 7 billion people on Earth, well, that means that there are 7,000 people just like you. You loser.
If you like what you just saw, if Dan put you in a state of awe, subscribe to him and click the orange button. It really means something. If you do that, that'd be really cool.